Richard, 5 changes on Wednesday. Alex Ferguson freshens United with 4 more today. Edwin van der Sar stays in goal. Patrice Evra returns at left-back. Gerard Piqué continues for the still absent Nemanja Vidic. Rio Ferdinand's cut foot padded and protected, and he plays. In midfield, Paul Scholes returns in place of Anderson, and it has been a week of recharging for Ronaldo and Rooney. Anderson, on his 20th birthday, starts his day amongst the substitutes.
Well, when you look at the changes, but no change in the system, I think we'll find exactly as went in against Roma. We've got Park on the right-hand side. He could easily play left, and Ronaldo could play on the right. That's one they could do. Also against Roma, away from home, they started the game that way. I'm not sure they will do today, but it's one that's food for thought. They may do that, Sir Alex. But we have them with Rooney as a focal point of the attack, Ronaldo playing from the left-hand side. Thought Hargreaves had one of his best games I've seen him play for United. Very much forward thinking in that role, and Scholes in place of Anderson probably will do the same today. And Michael Carrick just anchored it in that midfield. Didn't go very far, but got on the ball a lot against Roma and brought the 5 players ahead of him into play an awful lot.
Arsene Wenger is now facing criticism for too small a squad, and from Jens Lehmann for his preference for Manuel Almunia. Well, Lehmann plays today. The manager has backed down on Philippe Senderos. He's not even in the squad. So Alex Song, whose previous Premier League football has been almost exclusively in midfield, gets a chance as a centre-back. Gilberto came on for the injured Flamini at Liverpool. He keeps his place today. Abu Diaby, a scorer in that Champions League Classic, is still serving a domestic suspension, but Robin van Persie returns. And despite his defence-splitting run at Anfield, Theo Walcott stays amongst the substitutes.
Well, a familiar looking Arsenal lineup and system. Alexander Kleb, he's been asked to play left a few times, but now this is his favourite position. If Arsenal are going to win it, you just think Kleb, with his ability to dribble with the ball in tight areas, to find a little pass, may be key. I'm a bit surprised with the Bowie selection, I have to be honest. I think he's been poor recently. I'm not so sure how much he's given this Arsenal side, but maybe this will be his stage. I can only think they've got a problem with Kolo Touré, Martin. I don't believe that you would put Song in there at centre-back with Touré's experience and not stick him in there. So I think they're a little worried about the form of Kolo Touré, and that's why he's playing at right back.
So Arsenal are back at Old Trafford, where you could easily argue that their present troubles began. 2 wins in 12 games on from when they were last in this tunnel. They went out of the FA Cup that day in humiliating circumstances. And Manchester United may not have made the most of dumping Arsenal out of the FA Cup, but they have leapfrogged the Gunners in the league, and they have secured their European semi here on Wednesday. United can take a big step towards retaining their Premier League crown. Arsenal's last chance to get back into the title race. Manchester United against Arsenal, and it's live.
21 years at Manchester United, Sir Alex Ferguson there with his 21st Barclays Manager of the Month award. Cristiano Ronaldo named as Player of the Month. We're at Old Trafford, it's Manchester United and Arsenal. United looking to, as Martin was saying, take a step further, retaining their title. Arsenal have got to win this. If you're a Sky Digital viewer and wish to enjoy the interactive service, that's the menu you'll find once you've pushed the red button on your remote control. This is going to be good. Really, really good. Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
Thanks, Richard. It is an extraordinary twist of fate in the week in which Jens Lehmann has been so publicly disparaging about his manager for preferring Manuel Almunia this season, for most of the season anyway. Almunia, incidentally, gave an interview where he accused Lehmann of hating him. So all is not right in the goal in front of them. Alex Song is getting a chance in his international position. He had a very good African Nations Cup for Cameroon, got in the all-star team of that tournament. He needs to be an all-star, and Arsenal need to be a team of all-stars if they are going to extend their involvement in the Premier League title race. Off they go in their change strip of a white shirt and maroon shorts against the Manchester United side that dropped a couple of points last Sunday at Middlesbrough. but hadn't been through the emotional turmoil that Arsenal must have gone through in going out of the Champions League in such amazing circumstances at Anfield on Tuesday.
Now looking at United, they've started with Ronaldo down below us on the right-hand side, Park on the left, the rest, as normal, Rooney up top.
Gallas, who scored for both sides when the two teams met in the league in November at the Emirates.
Michael Carrick will have that little job today. I'd expect him quite often when Arsenal have got the ball to be pretty close to Alexander Hleb. Make sure he's not influencing the play the way he can.
Carrick. Piqué, the young defender from the same Spanish city as Cesc Fabregas, Barcelona. And Piqué will be going to Barcelona, of course, in the Champions League semi-final. And a gesture of faith, there's Silvestre, there's O'Shea.
Yeah.
Bit of move Brown into the middle to
Absolutely.
play there. Piqué.
There's a gesture of faith, you're right. I mean, much has been made of why Arsenal need to win this game, but when you look at Manchester United, by winning today, what it would mean is that they could lose at Stamford Bridge and still win the title, winning their other games, and I think that's a huge carrot for them.
As you say, Andy, Kolo Touré still being picked at right back. Scholes. Carrick pressed by Hleb, who just pulls off his man to get the ball. Here's Van Persie, who's absent this season for long periods, has been a real blow for Arsenal. Clichy, Hleb. They settled very well in this fixture last season and actually deserved to win that game. It was a very late goal. They'd had a penalty saved before then. Brown wants to let it run, and a little bit of ironic jeering at Eboué, who you might recall was red-carded here in the FA Cup game in February. As I said at the start, Andy, that I know Arsenal didn't look at that game very seriously, but the nature of the humiliation really seems to have haunted them in the other competitions since then. 2 wins in 12, one of those in 7 in the Premier League.
I think it's easy to look back on a game like that and say that. You know, I've seen an awful lot of their games since then, and they haven't had the best of luck in a lot of those games.
And have the best of touches there from Adebayor. Quick thinking at the throw from Scholes. Park, who ran here on Wednesday night. And one wondered whether he'd be picked again today, but he's obviously got great capacity for recovery. On from Adebayor, and then Van Persie on a pretty decent surface. That's the ball escaping. So Arsenal with just 8 points from their last 7 Premier League games. Both Manchester United and Chelsea have managed 19 over the same period.
There lies the story.
Adebayor, Fabregas. No sort of shot, really.
No, it just kicks the ground. It's worth it.
Evra, who was left out on Wednesday because he's close to a Champions League suspension. They have the luxury of being able to do that, and that's perhaps something that Arsene Wenger will have to take a bit of flack for, because Arsenal clearly haven't got the same situation. And now he's talking about buying only one maybe major player in the summer as well.
You know, well, these young players grow up a year each year as time goes on, so I maybe think that, you know, the lads that 12 months ago were doing so well in the Carling Cup are a year more experienced and a year better. I don't know. He may be judging his squad on that, and maybe use more of them next year and feel comfortable about using them.
Brown.
One thing we do know, he has problems in the middle of his defence as this season comes to a close.
Son playing on the right of Gallas. for the first time in the Manchester United half, and Adebayor trying to plough on. Almost ran for Van Persie, given away by Brown to Fabregas.
Well, I'm not sure what Wes Brown saw there, or what he had in mind. When Adebayor never seems to have this under the kind of control he wanted. And I just don't know what Wes Brown saw. Angle's always against Cesc Fabregas, to be fair. It would need to be special. They beat Van der Sar from there. But it's been a bright start from the away side, trying to take the game to Manchester United.
Then they win a 50-50 in midfield. Van Persie. His injury problems actually started when he was celebrating scoring a goal against Manchester United last season.
Was that late one?
They're always late for Arsenal against Manchester United, aren't they? I'll never forget you saying Arsenal have scored, but I can't tell you who did it in that amazing finale at the Emirates. When the assistant, who's down beneath us, Darren Cann, actually flagged for the Gallas goal. There he is. Quite right too, and it was Gallas's goal. I was just as mystified as you. And it finished 2-2. Rooney and Ronaldo. Haven't seen anything of him yet, and not in that moment either. Adebayor's had more touches. Fabregas looking through the middle, ahead of Van Persie, who dwells on the ball.
Not getting that.
Manchester United only have one more home Premier League game after this, against West Ham. Of course, came here and won right at the end of last season and left Carlos Tevez behind.
Yeah, they've got a couple of big games after this, Manchester United, haven't they? Where you look at them and on paper, you couldn't just say, well, yeah, they'll brush those aside, Blackburn and Chelsea away.
Clichy brushing Hargreaves aside. Piqué. Arsenal away at Derby and Sunderland to come, home to Reading. That's next Saturday, and at home to Everton. Arsene Wenger's been saying we'll win all five and we'll win the league.
Well, they're going to have to win all five if they've any chance. That wouldn't guarantee them the league, of course, we know that. It's the only way they have any chance, is to take 15 out of 15.
Really got going at Manchester United here.
Do you know, sometimes when you get in a game like this and you're kind of caught between, you know, do we go for it, play a natural game, throw men forward, knowing that they have a 6-point lead over Arsenal in the league anyway, or just do we be a little cautious and just feed our way into the game, make sure we don't concede early on, and then build as the game goes on.
Carrick, cleared by Clichy. Ferdinand trying to read the bounce. The ball forward turned the centre-back, but then he turned away from Adebayor with a real air of authority.
He watched the ball better, simple as that. He knew what it was, never took his eye off it.
Ronaldo. Posse of Arsenal players stopping him. The referee's Howard Webb, incidentally, who did take charge of the game at the Emirates.
Well, that must be handball, is it? I think there. When he slides in, I'm just wondering if it's... yeah.
Gilberto. One other factor, Andy, when you were describing the scenario, just to toss into the mix, if you score early against the side that have had a run of bad results that Arsenal have had, you're going to cause more psychological damage.
Absolutely.
Surely.
Oh, without a doubt. And especially if you've started fairly well, you've had a decent 10 minutes, Arsenal. They look okay, mentally and physically, but going behind would just... well, how do you recover from it? First piece of action maybe for Jens Lehmann.
Took the words out of my mouth. It's his 11th first-team appearance of the season. They say one of them was here at Old Trafford in the FA Cup in February. And here goes Ronaldo. The wall stops Lehmann being called directly into action. But silly foul given away by Adebayor.
Says a bad foul.
That's what they mean about the agitation. He's still going on about it as you look at the replay.
Well, I think he just feels that Ronaldo goes over too easily. That might be the case, but he knows if he's up at the other end of the pitch and Rio Ferdinand brushes him at the back like that, he's going to go down and take the free kick. That's what, you know, players encourage other defenders to come and make contact with him. And this is just as dangerous from here.
Two in the wall. Very acute angle. But Ronaldo.
And they all just get ahead of it. A clutch of four at the near post and Rio Ferdinand at the back. Wasn't a very good spread, really. You look at those four in the near post, they throw a blanket over them, and Rio Ferdinand at the back just gone in a little too early.
37 goals, 27 in the Premier League.
It's not bad, is it?
No, he's got 5 remaining league games, including today. 5 more Ronaldo goals would equal the club's best league tally in a season. Dennis Weiler, a survivor of the Munich air disaster, hit 32 in the 59-60 campaign. It's a lovely flick into the path of Evra by Ronaldo.
And there's Gilberto back in the side, just patrolling that beat in front of his back four, allowing Fabregas to do this. And they've got a buoy wide on the right, free.
Found by Adebayor. A lot of players fall for Arsenal here. Adebayor blocked by Ferdinand.
Well, he stumbles into this more than anything. Adebayor, he just loses his footing, and I think that causes him not to strike it the way we'd like. He gets some power on it, but doesn't really hit it. He just lunges at it a little. Just lost his footing a little bit. It's a really good block from Rio Ferdinand. And that's a beautiful move from Arsenal.
Made possible by the numbers that they threw forward. Of course, they started stylishly at Anfield on Tuesday. And Percy curls it in, and Brown has to play it.
And there's Gallas' position, isn't it? How many times recently does Gallas appear at that back post? Either for the long one like that, or the little glancing one at the near post.
Like at Bolton.
Exactly.
Which is Arsenal's only recent Premier League win. Without it, we wouldn't be building the drama here. And they came back from 2-0 down with 10 men at the Reebok. Well, we've got 2 against 2 out here, and then a whole cluster around Van der Sar, who comes and pats it down, and Gilberto, and Son got in the way. I don't know whether it might have been going in. Need another look at that.
Well, there was a lot of players that had to get past, but what Gilberto did do was connect very well with it. Well, 2 corners, and they've walked them both the same way and got some joy here. Doesn't deal with it very well. You see there Evra on the line and Ferdinand behind the goalkeeper. Might well have gotten something on it.
Hargreaves has darted into a very intelligent position here, and he looks to pick out Ronaldo, and Park going for the same ball, whether they confused each other. Anyway, within seconds, there have been openings at both ends.
Well, if Park's heading this, he shouldn't be. And Ronaldo should be telling him not to. Because one thing we know about Cristiano Ronaldo, he can head a football. And he gets into a lovely position here. He's just going to head it. And I think Park just brushes it away from him. First booking of the day.
For Wes Brown.
It's maybe a little harsh, that. I think Van Persie just saying there, why didn't you let play go on there? It's Clichy played it past Brown, obviously we could see that, and Van Persie picked the ball up and was driving at a big space. Just asking Howard Webb, why didn't you just let us go?
Short free kick by Fabregas to Clichy. Speculative from the left back.
Oh well, and you haven't got one all year as well.
All year, all career.
That's his whole career. Right, expect you to know that, but not me.
Certainly for Arsenal, anyway. And nervy Piqué there. He's got himself a throw.
He's been a little, I was going to say leggy, but what I mean, Adebayor, I'm not talking about P, but Emmanuel Adebayor, when he's had possession and when he's been going with that chance, he just seemed to be losing his legs a little at times.
I think there was a bit of a thought in the Arsenal camp that he might not start the game today.
Yeah. Well, it's just one of those starts. It's been okay, but not as assured when his touch is normal.
I think he's desperate to get a league goal, to be honest. He's not scored in the last 7. And here's Eboué. And that's from Adebayor's point of view, having been on a run where he'd scored 9 in a 7-game sequence in the Premier League.
Well, it happens.
Yeah, and Wayne Rooney, we talked about it.
6 or something, didn't he, for Manchester United? And this is about United. You look at the top end of the pitch now, Mark. We've got Rooney right side, Park, we see there, right down the middle, and Ronaldo left. And that could be the difficulty playing against them. 15 or so minutes in. And if Arsene Wenger wanted his team to start positively and show the manager that mentally they're up for it and physically they're good, they've had a pretty good 16.5 minutes at that.
He's been saying he needs to show himself to the team, to be in that technical area and give even extra support. Song. He's on loan to Charlton for the second half of last season. Played here. Away to Manchester United. Kleb. With this licence to roam, he's twisted and turned against Evra. Fabregas. And Van der Sar. Had the reach on his side, but Adebayor's got plenty of height. Hargreaves has lost it. A terrific ball by Carrick. Really trying to take it in beyond Song. Goes again. He gets his cross in. Just a little diverted touch away by Clichy. He's quick to turn defending into counter-attacking.
He is quick, isn't he, Gary Clichy? He should have kept his run going, mind you. And he might well have been in the area now.
Eboué gets it back. Kleb, it's a little bit static around him. Now Adebayor, though, give and go with Van Persie. And he was just concentrating on hitting the target.
You know, you don't fancy somebody there. It's on his left foot. It's not his most comfortable. It's a tentative prod in the end, isn't it? But again, a move of much promise for Arsenal.
Yeah, there's nothing tentative about the way they've approached the opening 18 minutes here.
Oh, there's been a mistake there, leaving it for each other. Song.
And Rooney has just hooked it wide.
Well, they're having a debate now about it. The little inquest goes on. What a manager would rather have as a coach is both players running into each other and going for the ball, rather than both stepping away for it. It's Song's ball. He has to go and meet it. It's only three yards away from him. But he's young. And he's going to make mistakes. Arsenal just hope none today.
So mostly a holding midfield player in his previous first-team experience. It's only his second start in the Premier League in a couple of years. And here's Kleb. Scholes getting to him. Breaks for Eboué. And it's a weak ball, really, from the right-hand side. Touré barreling on. Piqué trying to stop him, and he's done just that. And then giving it straight to Eboué, and here's Kleb. Van Persie coming in, but Adebayor checks off. And now Gilberto. Clichy. Manchester United having to play on the break here at Old Trafford.
And they're pretty good at that. Wayne Rooney didn't get a hold of it.
Yeah, the ball was there to be fought for in defence of Rooney, and the referees recognised that, although it was a bit of a swipe in the end. He has, Arsenal fans will feel, an unnerving habit of doing well against the Gunners. The bigger the occasion in these matches, and they're usually pretty big occasions all round. Inspires the player who began his torment of Arsenal as a 16-year-old with Everton. Pleb just knocks it away from Scholes and Carrick, but Carrick made up the ground on Fabregas.
Well, they've done well at that pressure on the ball, Arsenal, as well, making United play quickly.
Hargreaves keeps it in. Rooney keeps it under his control, but the pass wasn't quite good enough. Tied it up by Gallas. Song to Gilberto. I'm not sure he wanted it in there, Gilberto.
Oh, the little touch of his toe, Van Persie stopped that ball going out.
Ferdinand. And then he's in a bit too much of a hurry. That's really what Arsenal have done to Manchester United with their quick beginning here. Quick, but not always full of quality.
No. Last 10 minutes of the match has been pretty good possession-wise for Arsenal.
Scholes. Evra trying to get Manchester United into their rhythm. Song goes across, and Ronaldo skips past him for Rooney. It's a corner.
The referee's thinking about it. Not so sure Howard Webb was quite 100% sure who played this out. But Song and Kolo Touré caught again, massive gap in between them. United really do exploit it. I think the ref, really, I think Lehmann might well have just touched that, you know. Got a little nick on it to stop it going in.
Webb wants to sort out a couple of issues here.
And there's lots of movement from United when they take the set plays like this. Brown, Piqué, Ronaldo, all jogging for position.
Hargreaves with a corner, headed away by Adebayor, knocked further out by Kleb. Arsenal brought everyone back. Rooney, Piqué had raised an arm, so he wanted it in there. He'd stayed in from the corner. By Touré. Actually, Arsenal have been scoring goals from set pieces. They show that they have added variety to their attacking game this season. Evra. Carrick. This is Park working with Rooney. Percy.
If he could have gotten that ball right side, Eboué really was in acres.
What do you make of Eboué playing and Walcott not, Andy? Hang on, I might ask you to just hold on that for a moment, because Rooney's won it when he shouldn't have done. Hargreaves, Scholes, Hargreaves and Park and Carrick. Two signs of Manchester United getting into the groove. All right, on the subject of Theo Walcott.
I can only think that early in a game such as this magnitude, that maybe Eboué's defensive qualities are better than Walcott's. Walcott's inexperience may be found wanting a little, because I think going the other way, without a doubt, Walcott's got more about him. He's more of a threat. He's got more end product. We've seen already in the opening 25 minutes, Eboué's been in the ball in the last third 4 or 5 times, and he's not made anything happen. I think Walcott could, but it may be that early on Arsene Wenger just wants to be nice and tight, and Eboué's better defensively than Walcott.
Gallas all straight to Carrick. Song looking around the back of Rooney was strong to resist it.
He was just asking the Howard Webb there, what about that tackle? Well, sometimes your strength can do you no favours.
Go down, you get the free kick. Park. Now Piqué. That goes Song. This is the issue really for Manchester United. Well, Fabio Capello and Franco Baldini have made it from Anfield. And I'm reliably informed that the England head coach will stay to the end of this game. One or two scurrilous remarks about him leaving early at Anfield, as managers do tend to do.
I don't understand the criticism of the man. You know, by 80 minutes in, if he's seen all he needs to see, done his homework.
I think he left at the same time as Alex Ferguson, actually, so he was in good company.
He's not a supporter of the clubs he's watching, so, you know, he comes to do a job of work for England as national coach, sees all he needs in 80 minutes. What's wrong with him leaving a little early?
Well, he's done well. It's not an easy journey on match day from Anfield to Old Trafford. And here's Adebayor, and that's the way it's going for him in front of goal in the Barclays Premier League.
Well, high, wide, and not very handsome.
Good chance, I think the manager said.
It's a decent chance. But this is when Arsenal, you know, they might just pay, because they've had really 27 very good minutes of football, and the play from all over the pitch up to 25 yards from goal has been very, very good. Adebayor's had two decent chances if you're a top bracket centre forward, which he is. Taking neither of them. And you just wonder.
Well, if you count the left footer, three chances.
Yeah, the left footer, sorry. I wasn't counting that, but that's three very good chances, Mark.
Scholes, Evra. Piqué. Gilberto. Adebayor, more confident outside the penalty area than inside it. Kept on running. That's a great cross, and I have to say,
maybe if Aboué
was running back on his heels, wasn't it? He didn't really expect Adebayor to reach that. Knocked away from Park by Van Persie. More Arsenal pressure here. Fabregas. Leb.
So I mean a bit of Aboué to me. Just a little bit. Well, doesn't take enough care when he really has to. Manuel Aboué, that last third. But I think Arsene Wenger's thinking, my team needs to score here. Carlos Queiroz now down in the side, trying to tinker with a few things. Can't be too happy with what they've seen. Open half hour.
Scholes. Evra. Knocked away from him. That's what Eboué can do.
Maybe that's what I mean about defending. Won't expect Theo Walcott to have done that.
Led for the run at Piqué. And Scholes. Trying to tee it up for Van Persie.
Oh, what a good little interception that was from Michael Carrick.
Clichy. Adebayor was calling for the cross. It's too low for the big striker. Comes out for Gilberto. Well, it's thrilling in the Premier League. We come to the final action of the season. The same in the Championship. Sheffield Wednesday fighting for their position in that division. They play Plymouth on Monday, Sky Sports 1 and HD1 from 7:30. And what a response from Barnsley after the semi-final agony. They've won at Watford, they've won at Preston. They're almost safe. They play Hull, and you can see that on Tuesday.
Well, that's a little example at a lower level of taking disappointment and coming back positively. We're wondering, everyone this week, can Arsenal take disappointment and respond? Answers at the moment, the first half hour are unequivocal yes.
Gilberto. Gallas. Adebayor. Gallas going on. And Percy saying, leave it to me.
Only little says Fabregas is a target, mind you.
Ronaldo. Park backing him up. Howard Webb very well placed again.
Well, I think he landed awkwardly there. A little tussle of legs with Cristiano Ronaldo. You get a little twist or something like that when the tangle. Again, that was him biting back, trying to help Kolo Touré as he just comes inside. Just a little, yeah, just the back of his legs. Well, it's only a little impact injury, which it looked like. He should be okay. Maybe it's a knee, back of the knee.
Just thinking, Andy, as William Gallas went forward then, he scored against Manchester United for 3 different clubs. For Marseille, Chelsea and Arsenal. And I can't think of anyone else, any other defender who could have done that. Answers on a postcard, yeah. Please.
Well, if you don't know, my guess is no one does.
The truth is, I didn't have time to look it all up. It would have taken the whole week, but interesting if anybody can come up with another candidate. Candidate to replace Eboué, of course, is Theo Walcott. Gary Lewin maybe suggesting that he can sort this out.
Yeah, it looked like a little kick. That's all it looked like. Some players would just shake that off, get up and get on with it. Others like to be comforted. Mollycoddled a little, I guess.
Piqué in giving the ball back to Arsenal is just stick it in the corner.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that to me is, there's nothing sporting about that. But clubs are guilty of it.
And Arsenal really don't get out with the throw. Carrick. Ronaldo. Eboué back in place and trying to close Ronaldo down here. The last 5 times Arsenal have beaten Manchester United in the league at Old Trafford, coming back to the start of the Premier League, have all been 1-0. Pretty famous goals too. Adebayor last season. Also Sylvain Wiltord in the league and completed the double for Arsenal. Overmars, 98, and another double-winning season for Arsene Wenger.
And we've been there for all of them.
We'd also been here for 6-1 to Manchester United.
Exactly. A Yorkie hat-trick was it that day?
Yeah, and Stepanovs and Luzhny were the 2 centre-backs for Arsenal, who were 5-1 down at half-time.
Good leap. Good leap, poor header.
Park turning into trouble in the shape of Gilberto. Breaks for Pleb. Clever footwork from him past Piqué. Adebayor's in this time. It's another miss.
Well, that one is gilt-edged. Very, very golden. It's just not happening. No excuses there, none whatsoever. You have to, in a game like this, of this magnitude and this importance, give your side the lead then.
And it's run off Song, and maybe Rooney will make more of his chance. Wayne Rooney!
Good save
by Lehmann.
Just enough from Jens Lehmann. Rooney just acknowledges that with a tap of the hand to the big German goalkeeper. But isn't this football all over? A glorious opportunity spurned. Kolo Touré, so like he must have thought, it's Babel again. He's gone across me. If Rooney goes down, is it another penalty? But this guy stayed on his feet because he thought he could score.
And Lehmann stuck out a leg and deflected it wide. Here comes the Hargreaves corner. And going in near post was Rio Ferdinand. 4 opportunities in 35 minutes for Emmanuel Adebayor.
Well, I've been there. I know what it's like to have a run. But when they win the ball back, look at the position he's in. And the reason it's a great chance, Martin, is it's on his strong side. He just opens his body. How many times did we see Thierry Henry open his body up like that and slot it? That was really poor. But at the other end, look at Kolo Touré, just like Tuesday, trying to avoid contact. Rooney thinks he scored. The left heel of Lehmann, just enough to take it wide. What a 20 seconds that was.
And to be fair, you say about Henry doing it, and we remember Bergkamp doing it as well, but Adebayor has done it too.
Oh, yeah.
But, at the moment,
not at the moment.
His goal touch is deserting him. He's stuck on 19 in the Premier League. And here comes Evra and Rooney, a willing lieutenant on the left. In towards Park, cut out by Gallas' head, only drops to Ronaldo over Song. Away by Clichy.
Manchester United haven't conceded only 5 goals here at Old Trafford because they give many chances away. Now they've had 4. 2 of them excellent in my opinion, and spun them all. So I think Sir Alex Ferguson, if they get to half-time, will be very keen at that back 4. Admittedly without Vidic, just sharpen it up a bit.
Clichy. Gallas. He got the ball, Van Persie. Howard Webb seeing it from the opposite angle. Saw it as a reckless challenge and has given the Dutchman a yellow card.
Now, when you're looking at, and Van Persie's at your back, I think he's so unlucky. I think that's a very good tackle. Timed it excellently, clean. Wes Brown pops up, he knows it himself. And yet you get a yellow card for your troubles. That makes sense at times.
Made by Clichy. Determined and skillful work from Kleberget. A hefty touch by Adebayor, but I think with Eboué, he in turn with Fabregas. Adebayor, pass to Evra. He gets back at Eboué. The spins to Piqué. Park on the gallop. Piqué just took a stride too long to set himself the attempted pass. Hargreaves and Scholes. Ronaldo cleverly taking up a position in front of Arsenal's back four behind their midfield, but the ball didn't come into him. So he has to go left to get involved. He never stopped running, Cristiano Ronaldo. Hargreaves. Off Song. Corner for Manchester United. Well, Arsenal lost to Sami Hyypiä, didn't they, on Tuesday night from a set play. Philippe Senderos, the culprit, not involved today. Hargreaves whips it in. It was Brown going to the near post that time. Rooney. Towards Piqué and down to Carrick.
It was a decent header won by Gerard Piqué there.
He scored a couple of Champions League goals, as we pointed out on Wednesday. Clichy. Lovely touch by Kleber, who's really been on his game.
There's a chance again. A little wasteful there.
Ronaldo. 5 minutes left in the first half, where Arsenal have come fast out of the traps, as you would expect. They know what they've got to try and achieve here. As Andy said at the start, a draw really isn't good enough. It would be perhaps in many other games at Old Trafford in many other seasons, but not today. Hargreaves.
Okay. Back off Hargreaves. Well, they bossed the game, I think, Arsenal. Full marks to them. Started very positively and have taken it on from there. If you'd have given Arsene Wenger those 4 chances, said your team will create those 4 chances in the first half, he'd have taken that all day long, and he would have expected to have taken one of them.
And of course Son got in the way of the Gilberto volley, which was another very promising moment for the Gunners to add to the toils in front of goal of Emmanuel Adebayor. We shouldn't forget, as Rooney has to Linkwood's goals, who couldn't carry the move going, we shouldn't forget that Lehmann has been talking the talk, walk the walk, with a save from Rooney. Fabregas. Adebayor, not his chance this time, because it's taken.
Well, Michael Carrick steps out here, I think, against. He thinks he's playing, sets Fabregas offside. He doesn't know Piqué's round the back. It's a difficult ball to find them again, I have to say. Just got behind. I think it was really Michael Carrick who got back in.
Turn his back, wanting a ball over the top. Clichy charges on again. Ferdinand's a hard man to pass in with the debris from a challenge on Wednesday, a cut foot. Fabregas, nothing to his right. There he goes for goal and pumps it into the frame of Evra. It's been non-stop, driven by Arsenal's desire and then by Manchester United's needs to match up.
Well, as we approach half-time, you look at both managers. Arsene Wenger, I can't think he could say anything other than same again, but take a chance. Take one of them. It's Ferguson and Carlos Queiroz. There's a bit of work to do at half-time. It stays 0-0.
Gilberto. Maybe Arsenal feel to hold on to a lead. They've got to score in the 90th minute.
Yeah.
Torres just taken it out.
Now Kleb and now Colatori's on the chip at Alexander Kleb there. Kleb just saying, why didn't you just roll it infield to me? I was there. Instead of trying to go on your own.
A lot of talk, and it's been an outstanding season in terms of entertainment provided by Arsenal. No one's disputing that. But a lot of the talk when they were winning games week in, week out earlier in the season, playing some startling football, was of the togetherness. They've shown that even since Christmas, with their ability to recover from some situations of potential defeat. But they really need to be all together here, particularly if Manchester United come up with something menacing right on the half-time. Park done that beautifully to get it back to Ronaldo. Tackled by Gilberto was unsuccessful. The turn by Van Persie. Half got him out of the penalty area. Didn't get Arsenal out of trouble.
Good ball.
Deft ball from Carrick to Evra. Rooney being encouraged to shoot.
Going wide, I think. But it was close enough to that right-hand post of Jens Lehmann to force him to deal with it. Super change of play there from Michael Carrick. Gave Rooney the opportunity to take the shot on.
Clichy. 2 added minutes before the half-time whistle goes. Blocked by Brown, and it flew to Ronaldo, which is good news for Manchester United. Toure. Fabregas muscled out of it by Evra. Rooney switching the play with good vision and even better technique. Ronaldo didn't catch it.
I wonder if he'd change it half-time, Sir Alex. I wonder if he'd think of maybe going, saying, OK, want a wee bit more of the ball up top. Whether he'd change it and put Tevez up with Rooney.
They really like this system, though, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do. It mirrors Arsenal's in many ways, so I respect they've got that 5 across when you need them.
Excellent play by Evra again. And Rooney on the touch of Song, tried to steal it. Song came back very well indeed. And Rooney came back at him. Looks like it's going to be a goalless first half, but it's been all action.
I think the only thing missing from Arsenal's point of view has been a goal. And Wayne Rooney's been the main threat for Manchester United.
And Adebayor has had the chances for Arsenal, 4 that have got away of varying degrees of difficulty. At the other end, Jens Lehmann making a surprise return to the goal today. Almunia, incidentally, injured in the warm-up at Anfield on Tuesday. A very important save from Wayne Rooney. And at half-time, it's Manchester United 0, a vibrant Arsenal 0.
Well, you can tell that it's a must-win from the Gunners' point of view. Ray Wilkins and Jamie Redknapp are here. Done everything Arsenal except score, they will feel. But, of course, the threat at the other end is enormous. And it's beautifully poised. Goalless at half-time. It's Real Madrid 6 points clear of Barcelona with this game in hand against Murcia from 6 on Sky Sports 2. Almeria played Villarreal, who are third, can take second from 8 on Sky Sports 2. Ray Wilkins and Jamie Redknapp are here. How enjoyable when it's as tense as this do you think it is for most of this crowd, Ray?
It's difficult for them because Manchester United haven't played, Richard. I think the majority of the first half has been taken up by some excellent football from Arsenal, would have to be said. But Man U really haven't got into their stride at the moment. And OK, they've had a couple of chances, but not been the type of football that we've become accustomed to.
For the neutrals, Jamie, it's fascinating.
It's been excellent because Arsenal actually have had most of the possession. United have played probably their best stuff on the counter-attack. And some of Arsenal's football has been so fluid. Alexander Kleb has absolutely been different class in this football match. And Adebayor early on in the season, and there's no disrespect to him, there's been chances that he would have took early on in the year. He really has had some fantastic chances. This one's a little bit unlucky, catches Alex Song, but they have popped it around absolutely beautiful. They really have. I mean, this is one where United had another good chance.
16 chances in all, 8 apiece, 3 each on target. It's been that close.
Yeah, it's a great chance. Rooney shows his strength. You know, he's been a threat as well, Ray, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, yeah.
What's going to make the difference, Ray?
Well, I think that pass there from Everett was just unbelievable, and Rooney, Ronaldo there. And I'm quite convinced if Wayne would have just stuck that up in the air, he would have scored there. Now, if he gets his foot underneath this, he will score. But Lehmann makes a good save. I think the difference is United actually playing with a bit more of a tempo and a bit more purpose. This was some beautiful football from Arsenal. And Adebayor will be very, very disappointed that he doesn't score there, because I thought Van der Sar went down a tad early. He could have used his eyes and just dragged that into the near post. But then Wayne Rooney immediately after gets through at the other end. Again, I'm sure if he just lifts that off the floor a touch, he'll put that over the top of Lehmann's left shoulder as he comes out.
Will Arsenal be pleased to have got to this stage, or frustrated that they're not in front?
A little bit of both. I think they deserve to be in front. As I said, I think in Fabregas, Lev and Gilberto Silva's done a great job, because every time Ronaldo's picked the ball up, we've actually not seen him, have we? And I think that's credit to Gilberto Silva. Every time he's got the ball, he's been around in the vicinity trying to stop him and snuffed out that threat that Ronaldo has. And I think Rooney has been the main threat from Manchester United's point of view. Apart from that, there hasn't really been anything. Park hasn't really got into the game, but Arsenal have looked a genuine threat. And if Adebayor could have scored one of those chances, it would have been a great position from Arsenal's point of view.
I thought that Arsenal might struggle struggle out here this afternoon, Richard. I really did before the game, because mentally it takes a lot out of you when you get knocked out of, basically saying they're not going to win the Premiership, they've got knocked out of the Champions League, but they've come here and they've really set a marker down. They play some beautiful football, but now Man U are going to attack this Stretford end. Now, traditionally they suck the ball in the net from this end, so I would expect to see a lot brighter football from Manchester United.
But it is not done yet. Remember 1998, 2002, when Arsenal came and clinched the title here. As Martin was saying, they're generally 1-0. They've got that opportunity again. Sir Alex Ferguson said earlier, it's a must-win for us as well. And that's why it's fascinating. There's a lot of football left before we can start talking about cricket this summer. I am told it's difficult for Lancashire to win the county championship because of the conditions in this part of the world, which have not been a problem at Old Trafford this afternoon. Those pictures being provided by our Sky Bet blimp hovering over the football stadium. We've got football every night this week. Tomorrow, a point for Sheffield Wednesday against Plymouth gets them out of the drop zone in the Championship. All these games start at 7:30. They're all on Sky Sports 1 and HD1. Tuesday night, there's a chance for Hull to go top, although West Brom are playing at the same time. Hull are at Barnsley. Good Yorkshire derby, that. Wednesday, we've got the FA Cup, Youth Cup final second leg between City and Chelsea. 1-1 from the first leg. Thursday night, it's Everton and Chelsea from Goodison, and Friday from Ireland, the top 2 and 3 there, Glentoran meet Cliftonville. 0-0 here. Manchester United want to win it. Arsenal must win it. Can you call it, Jamie?
Well, I didn't feel Manchester United would win at the start of the game. At the moment, it's on a knife edge. I'm really interested to see when Sir Alex Ferguson unleashes Tevez. Scored a great header in midweek. He's a buzzy sort of player that could turn this game round into United's favour, because at the moment, that man has had most of the chances, Emmanuel Adebayor. But it's set up perfectly, Ray, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but I'm still going to go Man U, Richard, because I honestly think they can't play as bad or as poorly as they did in the first half. I think they'll up their game in the second half, and I think they might just do it.
I've been checking my record books, Martin. Only William Gallas in the Premier League has scored for 3 different clubs against Manchester United as a defender. Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
Thanks, Richard.
Yeah, you mean he's been getting somebody else to do his work? That's what he means.
And just to back up what he's saying about the cricket, the sun's beautiful here. Lancashire County Cricket Club would love to have that through the summer. Well, it's a 45 minutes of football that's flown by in the Barclays Premier League, and it's been a football match rather than a feud, which hasn't always been the case when Arsene Wenger's Arsenal have come to Alex Ferguson's territory here. And it's 0-0 as we await Howard Webb's whistle to get the second half underway. No half-time changes in terms of the personnel. Torres header. Park starting the second period on the left. But they've mixed it up, Andy, haven't they? The front three do that. They just, certainly when they lose it, they just take themselves down the straight line down the park, whatever position they find themselves in for the next attack. Nothing rigid about them at all. Park down the park. Kleb. Away by Hargreaves to Manchester United, one back by Fabregas. Kleb really revelling in the job that he loves more than playing in wide positions, a more orthodox midfield role, the freedom to just locate the space off the front. How often Arsenal can get the ball to him, might hold the key. Bouet going on. However, I don't know whether he was going to blow, but Darren Cann, his assistant, was flagging.
linesman really influences this, and what I don't understand is, you know, if that's not a booking, what is? You know, you take him down from behind, don't get the ball, free kick's given, go to ground. Everything in that suggests that a yellow card should follow.
As happened when Van Persie
made a perfectly clean tackle.
Yeah, but did go to ground in doing so.
Yeah.
Arsenal have been the feeling that the world is against them, the world of refereeing, that is. They've got the free kick. And Van Persie will take it. There goes a short to Kleb. Fabregas. Good block by Brown, rather a desperate hint to it, but he got in the way. And it's in. Adebayor by a yard out.
Well, I'm not going to say this is from the training ground because he almost made a mess of this, but Rio Ferdinand and Edwin van der Sar look round at each other. Both step back. No one took command of the cross. And it comes in between, and it might, I don't know what part of his body Adebayor gets on it, but he doesn't care. But what a ball it ends up being from the free kick taker, who made all his way across it. There's it. He steps away from it, Rio Ferdinand. He thinks his goalkeeper's coming for this. Look, he leans away from it, hand goes up, and it brushes in. There's no complaint from Manchester United players, but you see the left hand of Adebayor come up. Not from that angle. Linesman can't see it, but we'll see it from here. Watch the left hand of Adebayor. There it goes. There it brushes the ball. What on earth he's doing, I don't know. When all he needs to do is put his head on it. But if Arsene Wenger thinks the footballing gods were against the wall this last couple of months, well, he's had a big chunk back in one hit right now.
And if you keep running in for the chances, you will get a goal, but certainly a contentious one. But it's Manchester United 0, Arsenal 1. Contentious, but enormous for the Gunners. Rooney. And Park can only knock it behind.
Well, you know, I feel myself about to utter the same words I did when I watched Arsenal take the lead at Stamford Bridge, Martin. Had it been their opponents had taken the lead, you'd be confident they could see the game out. But it's Arsenal.
They become the fifth club, only the fifth club visiting Manchester United in the Premier League this season to score. The sixth goal that Manchester United have let in at home in the Premier League this season.
It is an extraordinary record. Well, it'll be interesting to know if Rio Ferdinand got a shout there. He just seemed to lean away from it as if he expected. Maybe it was Piqué behind him, but certainly between the three of them, the two centre-backs and the goalkeeper, they might have dealt with it better.
Well, is it going to be a glorious day for the Gunners? Or are they going to fall into the trap that has been so costly in recent weeks?
Well, with 40 minutes to go, I wouldn't predict anything.
Kleb. Adebayor. Gilberto's herring into the middle. Oh, Ferdinand! Well,
what a save.
It would have been an own goal of crazy proportions, but for Edwin van der Sar.
Well, that's extraordinary, isn't it? Great reaction save.
Gallas' header only drops to Hargreaves. Here's Rooney. Well, one way to avoid that second scenario that we outlined of losing the lead and losing the match, of course, is to score again. And Arsenal very nearly did it, not through one of their own, but for the man who was England's captain the last time they played.
He's not pulling his arm away from it, William Gallas. He knows himself. Just crazy.
Just as at Anfield, a great moment for Arsenal is followed by the conceding of a penalty. Steven Gerrard sent them out of the Champions League.
Because there must have been half a dozen players in the box. When Cristiano Ronaldo stops like that, you watch this. As he checks now, look at the box. Look at Park. He's nearly passed the ball.
Yellow card for protesting it for Lehmann.
Normal service resumed then, eh? He gets booked more than any goalkeeper I've ever known in my life. So
this season, 38 goals in all competitions, and the Arsenal smiles turn to scowls and frowns here.
Well, this is a great penalty again. Tuesday, everyone thought, surely if they take the lead, Arsenal, they will at least protect it for 10 minutes or so till they get the game going again. But they couldn't do that. Yet again, conceding almost immediately after taking the lead.
Here's Van Persie and Fabregas. Fasten your seatbelts if you think it's been racy and pacey so far. There's much, much more to come.
Well, there's a double substitution coming any minute. Tevez and Anderson.
Evra. Park. Ronaldo, whose 3 previous goals against Arsenal were all in North London. Anderson, 20th today, is going to get a piece of the action against the Gunners. Not been the most assertive display that Paul Scholes has ever given. I think Arsenal must take credit from that. And Park is off as well.
Well, I guess that must mean Hargreaves going to play right-hand side. Now there you go. From goal, from Adebayor's handball to Gallas's handball, 3 minutes 50.
And in the midst of that, Ferdinand's very near own goal.
Extraordinary. Moments that totally changed seasons. Arsenal could have been 2-0 up and cruising.
Push by Kleb, who's now kicked the ball away. He'll be booked for that.
Well, you said it's been a football match, it has. We might find it a little bit different now, Martin. Because the emotions are running. Yeah. Do you know what I love? Penny for Arsene Wenger's thoughts, eh?
Fabregas. Well, something always happens to Gallas when he plays against Manchester United, usually positive. There was an own goal at the Emirates. There's a handball today at a crucial time in this game. And now Manchester United have a corner.
Oh, they've just gone to sleep a little bit.
Yeah.
He hasn't used Anderson.
Arsenal heads are spinning here, you feel. Gallas got the last touch.
Yeah, another corner. I just wonder how the Arsenal players feel, him in particular, but mentally, I don't know. I don't know what that handball and equaliser might just have done to them. We are about to find out, of course, in the next 34 minutes.
Rooney! Mishit it. And that's Carrick who got a foot to a ball that really wasn't his, and it could have dropped in.
And Adebayor just gets caught not knowing whether to deal with it and what to do with it. Carrick thought, I'll just try and prod it goalward. I mean, this is a half a chance for Wayne Rooney, but then as it kind of drops now, you think, oh, hook it clear, but he just waits and waits. And it's a proper game, this. It really has been enjoyable.
Tevez. He's knocked the ball away. I'm not sure the referee saw that. He was more in an effort as a shot rather than Kleb was booting it down the line. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal.
Well, yet again, Gilberto, that sliding tackle of his, does it well. Just gets caught with the forearm, really. It brushes the side of his head. Hargreaves doesn't think the contact was strong enough to warrant that kind of reaction.
That was for the handball. Webb was really peering through a crowd of players, Andy, to see it. Exaggerated his body movement. And
look at this.
Game is bubbling over now. The players pull back and cards out again.
I just wonder if Arsenal were just a bit upset again of letting the play go here. As he gets caught here, the ball had just broke through, and Hleb and Adebayor just played a little 1-2 that got Adebayor driving into the penalty area.
Yet again for Carrick. Fourth official is Peter Walton. Manchester United and Arsenal have both scored in what's already starting to be a stormy second half. Fabregas takes, defended by Piqué well.
I can't believe Gilberto's not screaming for that ball, his area. I stood watching him against Patrice Evra. Probably the smallest player that got the pitch. And Gilberto's very, very good in the air. Walcott looks to be called back. Tracksuit top's coming off, so he is coming on.
Well, there are four categories watching this game. United fans, Arsenal fans, the neutral, and Chelsea.
And at the moment, Chelsea are happy.
Anderson linking with Tevez. Only lacking a bit of support then. So half an hour to go at Old Trafford. Brown. A little bit tight there. Well, Arsenal made it tight for Manchester United. Van Persie was looking across, but Eboue was always the likely candidate. Theo Walcott, who sped away from four Liverpool players and took out a fifth skirtle with the cross that Adebayor knocked in, seemingly sending Arsenal into the semi-finals of the Champions League. Was there 6 minutes to go, something like that? Adebayor. This is Clichy. Hleb. Fabregas taking it on the burst. Adebayor. Van Persie trying to use Piqué as a screen and bend it round him and unsight to Van der Sar.
That was a lovely little join up from Fabregas there.
Toure. And here's Clichy. Arsenal looking to get in front for a second time. Square ball picked off by Piqué. Manchester United set up to break. Not able to do so.
Turned into a decent ball from Kolo Toure, just clearing it.
Hleb. Gilberto with a give and go to Adebayor. Walcott waiting on the right. Strong defensive midfield work by Anderson, and then two-footed Two-footed contact with Adebayor and Howard Webb.
Well, this is frustration, that's all. I would expect that to be yellow. Look at Manchester United players all around again. I thought we don't get involved anymore.
Yes, and two United players, Rooney and Van der Sar, shared your view, and they came out to stop that posse forming. It wasn't a nice tackle, but born of frustration more than malice.
Like a scissors talent. It was total frustration. He got bullied out of it by Anderson. And you see it often happen.
Pico. Arsenal a yellow card away from a Premier League fine. Something that Manchester United got earlier in the season at Spurs when they had 7 bookings. Tevez, what a hit!
Well, as soon as Hargreaves made that run wide and dragged Kyle Clichy away, and the little space opens, look, Hargreaves on, and Clichy can't challenge him. And this is a super strike. Very, very close, just at the last minute. Just arches away from goal.
Old Trafford in particular has become his theatre. Carlos Tevez. Only 3 of his 17 goals for Manchester United have been away. They've all been very important ones away.
Van Persie's gone down again.
Howard Webb got in the way of Gilberto's ball forward. Clichy in to steal it for Arsenal. Well, the drama and the contact is perhaps a little bit of a consequence, not just of the battle, which is tremendous, but also the weather conditions as well, which have turned from Manchester sunshine into Manchester rain.
He's up, but we just need to keep an eye on Robin Van Persie. Just that left foot, we seem to be holding the top of it.
190 minutes in the last 15 months.
Oh, there you go.
From 65 here.
Well, there's a fair chance Bentner might come on at some time in this game and replace him.
Song giving Ronaldo a taste of his own medicine.
I just think it's a fascinating what we've got. 25 minutes left in this game.
Fleb held off Piqué. Walcott. He's gone for the pass. Fabregas with the shot.
Oh, options all over the place. That's what I mean about Walcott. It's the first little spell we've seen, little give and go here, and then he picks out a lovely ball, picks out the player. I wonder if he could have rolled it on one to Gilberto.
Toure. Rooney. Tevez coming short. Ronaldo coming short. There were plenty in advance of him for Manchester United. Good work again, characteristic of Gilberto. Webb. Tarek trying to stay with him. Supporting run comes from Clichy. Oh, and it's at the post. The goalkeeper.
It's at the post.
Off the post, off Wes Brown. Certainly hit the post, but maybe Van der Sar got a touch as well. A deflection by Brown.
I'm thinking this has got to be back post, you know. Gal Clichy gets played in, and you watch as it comes over here, it just gets a big deflection there, and what a good save again from the goalkeeper. A bit of help from the near post as well. But they can't come much closer. First of all, Rio Ferdinand, and then Wes Brown. Almost embarrassing Edwin van der Sar. Sharp reactions from the goalkeeper twice.
We'd like Manchester United to give Arsenal a helping hand. Tevez. United's turn. And it's a corner.
On scores level, attempts level, on target level. As we said, nothing to separate them yet.
It's Gallas who heads away. He tends to just sit outside the penalty area on such occasions. He should kind of force it beyond Hargreaves, and they were away. Arsenal, had he done so.
No, you talk about energy levels and people needing a rest. You look at that left back, the energy levels he has. Sensational. Got rested for the Liverpool game, didn't he? The only one he's not started this year, and yet they had to bring him on.
Carrick. Manchester United on 99 goals in all competitions for the season. 100th, if it's a winner, will break Arsenal hearts. Hargreaves, who created for Tevez from that very right-hand side to win the game against Roma here on Wednesday. The two are now back in harness. Now the Argentinian is on. To Ronaldo of all people. Just got the ball. Toure. Walcott. Evra. You feel this will finish level only by default. Missed chances.
Yeah.
Because Arsenal have to go for it, and that alone will leave some gaps for Manchester United. But they've got match winners aplenty out there in any case. Tevez is one of them. And it's Evra, and it's Rooney. Lehmann saves. Back to Evra. Deflected off Gilberto with cries for handball, and then Gilberto is penalised for bringing Evra down. What's he doing there?
Well, he got involved in the move and just kept going, Patrice Evra. He thought, I'll stay here. That's a chance for Wayne Rooney. Said a few. Gallas didn't quite get to him in time.
Well, we wrap up these games in visual parcels and send them around the world. The Premier League, the most watched league, the most thrilling league, typified by 70 minutes here.
What do you think, Hargreaves?
Well, he's a candidate. He scored at Fulham, and he's always trying to get onto free kicks.
Having a little look at it, he has placed that ball very deliberately himself. Normally, when Ronaldo's smashing him, he takes time himself, doesn't he? Cristiano Ronaldo to put the ball exactly where he wants to.
But if anyone should get the 100 up, it should be Ronaldo.
There we go, look. They're both there.
It's Hargreaves. It's there! 2-1 to Manchester United. They've come from behind. They know they're going closer and closer to retaining their Premier League crown. And nothing Jens Lehmann could do.
Well, I said Hargreaves, it's made for him. Brilliant free kick. Absolutely tops. Absolutely tops. Lehmann's asking the wall, why didn't you jump? Well, one does, it's Van Persie, and it's right over his head. He can do nothing about it. And that is a superb, superb free kick in its own right.
His second Manchester United goal. Both have been free kicks. His first at the home of Manchester United.
Now you just thought, you know, he took so much time himself to place that. Owen Hargreaves, almost saying, yeah, this is my opportunity. The main man said I can do it. I can take it. And he didn't disappoint Ronaldo, did he? Equally as effective in a hugely different way.
Van Persie.
Well, what have they got left, Arsenal? That's the question. I don't know. I don't know even he knows the answer to this. Because to turn this round in the last 17 minutes would just be monumental.
But it is a microcosm of the last couple of months.
Absolutely. Stamford Bridge, take the lead, can't hold on, lose the game. Come to Old Trafford, take the lead, can't hold on, now are 1 goal down, and a game they simply have to win.
And in the circumstances where the change was affected by just 1 goal at Anfield, take the lead.
Can't hold
it lasted a minute. So the idealism, if you like, of Arsene Wenger still needs more refinement to become reality.
Changes have made a difference, to be fair, in Manchester United. Anderson and Tevez have brought a bit more urgency to the team, to the play, and the way both their styles are all action.
Anderson.
What I've said now, if I'm sitting watching the remainder of this game, had Arsenal taken the lead now, Martin, I would still be thinking, oh, can they hold on? I don't think that about United. I wouldn't sit here and say hugely worried. They might not hold on, but you'd be far more confident that this Manchester United side holding this lead than you would the Arsenal side.
Well, it's bad news for Chelsea. They play tomorrow against Wigan, and we'll see them on Thursday. Remember, Thursday at Everton, who still have a bit to play for, though Liverpool have moved further away from them into stronger grip on 4th place earlier today. Nicholas Bendtner's coming on. 50 games this season for Manchester United, 100 goals. Tells you a lot, doesn't it?
It does tell you an awful lot. To a game this level. Just wonder, who is it, Van Persie? Thought it might be. Lack of games, Klebo, I guess just move over there. Doesn't like it, but he has to do it. He'll play slightly infield, though. I don't think he'll go right out there. Try and get involved.
Adebayor. Clichy. Led now ahead of him on the left. No one could have done more than Alex Hleb, but that's asking a bit too much of himself.
I don't know whether they just tried to fizz it into Fabregas, just overcooked it.
Ronaldo staying on his feet. His penalty to equalise. Owen Hargreaves' exquisite free kick to send Arsenal behind. And Manchester United back to winning ways after the slip at the Riverside a week ago. But we'll see.
Well, they made up some ground there, Wayne Rooney.
And Arsenal may as well be hung for the sheep as for the lamb.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Ground for them to make up as far as the scoreline is concerned. They've got 15 minutes or so to go. Great tackle by Anderson on Walcott. Back heel by Rooney. By Ronaldo, rather. Here is Rooney. Ronaldo. It's not quite time for the party pieces yet. There's a bit of afters for some showboating in the cup game here. Nani is more the culprit that day. As Arsenal saw it, Manchester United might not agree. It's Rooney. Tevez to take the ring road. Sticking to his task and to his man, Alex Hleb. Fabregas. Bentner can turn.
Back four's intact. Well there.
And Bentner trying to go all the way. Well, he was sure it was a corner. I think eventually the referee has given it as a corner.
Don't know whether they got some help from the far side here. My first reaction was corner. Yeah, it comes off him. You can see that. Comes off Rio Ferdinand.
Well, Andy, it was 2-2 at the Emirates. And Arsenal stopped very, very late there in November.
Break on.
Well, a greasy ball claimed by the gloves of Edwin van der Sar.
Change the play, Wayne. Oh, he was in as well. Look at the other side. Ronaldo.
Gilberto. Walcott. Good work again by Evra. He's had a very good game. Also just trying to get numbers back. Club doing it more wearily than he was earlier.
I think that's for the first time in the match. They look a little leggy, Arsenal. No, apart from him.
Yes. He's still got a full tank.
Well, that's what Arsene Wenger's looking for, that kind of response. Gotta get hold of it.
Feel there might be more in this for Manchester United. Hargreaves. Cautiously back to Carrick though. Anderson. Evra. Adebayo's got hold of it this time. Walcott coming in from the right-hand side, dragging Evra with him. Clem against Brown, who does his job for Manchester United. A job he might be doing for another club next season. Tevez. They're all there. Ronaldo, Rooney and Tevez all involved in this move, are they? If Rooney was there to finish it off, which he would have been if Ronaldo had looked for him. Of the 100 goals, they've got 72.
Shocking.
It's easy to work out the percentage anyway. Anderson. And Webb says play on. Ronaldo only too keen to do that, but so too is Toure. Walcott. Bentner. Unlucky. Lovely turn by Tevez. Past fatigued-looking Fabregas. Offside.
No, just looking at the bottom of the screen there, does it just get out? Kolo Toure, just about, yeah.
Here comes Mr. Perpetual Motion. Clichy. And Hargreaves matching him.
Now we can take a quick one here if you want. No, Hargreaves has spotted it.
Ferdinand cope with that. Arsenal scored 20 Premier League goals in the last 10 minutes of matches. Gilberto. Carrick gives it away. Great ball by Fabregas.
That was, wasn't it?
We mentioned earlier, Andy, that Arsene Wenger said he was going to only buy one in the summer, but the reason is because he trusts this group, you know, even though they've lost the lead, and Owen Hargreaves has probably broken their resistance for this Premier League season.
That's a super free kick. Two goals this season, two great free kicks.
Walcott. It's Manchester United who are relaxed on the ball. Rooney, Hargreaves, and Clichy. Thought he could get that. Tevez had other ideas and kept it splendidly for his side. Gilberto's header. Brown. Well, for good chunks of this season, Arsenal were the benchmarks. They set the standards, they set the pace. It's a long old haul. Can the Marathon men look as though they're going to be Manchester United?
Well, the timing of the run is all important in the league, isn't it?
Kolo Touré's coming off, whether there's an injury or not. Maybe Jeff Shreves down there will find out for us. Justin Hoyt remains a squad member at the Emirates. Hasn't this season been able to force his way into the picture regularly. Brown. Tevez. Well-timed tackle by Gilberto. Walcott forced infield again by Evra. And better this time. This is Bentner, the two substitutes combining. Fabregas puts it forward to good effect. Hoyt. Fabregas again. Towards Bentner's head!
Oh, sorry, you've got to do better than that. I think he mistimes this. You won't get a better ball than that. Beautifully picked out by Fabregas.
Arsene Wenger's the ball boy down here.
Well, he just picks him out. It's a good run from Bentner. He wants it. He's there. Just don't think it's a good enough header.
Not quite a good enough pass, but a pretty praiseworthy attempt by Fabregas to find him with the longer ball. So, there's some kinder words from Sir Alex in Arsenal's direction in the build-up to this game. That usually tells you he believes they're not a direct threat.
Yeah. But they're still worried, though. They've just switched Cristiano Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney.
Oh, and that would have been Clichy's first goal for Arsenal. With a mishit cross. Fabregas, Hoyt, off Piqué's head. Gilberto, looking for the long-range header.
Well, he's looking just to play this in, cuts across it just a little bit, and, well, not the most convincing bit of goalkeeping from Edwin van der Sar.
Ryan Giggs is going to get another appearance towards Sir Bobby Charlton's club record.
Well, Sir Alex is anxious because he knows that one goal, even though it does Arsenal no good, does Chelsea a power of good. If Arsenal could force the equaliser, then Chelsea would still have it in their own hands to win the title. At the way it stands at the moment, Manchester United can lose at Stamford Bridge and still win the league.
Oh, snapping like the dog at a bone of Clichy, but he's actually seized up for a moment. On his feet now. He sees possession back for Arsenal for this attack. Kleb. Adebayor. Ferdinand trying to force him away from goal back to Kleb. It's a poor cross. It's Hargreaves. Well, the assistant didn't flag and left it to the referee to give the throw.
They often do that, don't they?
Arsenal, yeah. Goodness me, there are only a couple of minutes to go. It's whizzed by this match. Constant attacking play. Hoyt. And more defending for Manchester United that they accomplish. Rooney's not going to get forward as much as earlier, I don't think. They're leaving it to Ronaldo to run. He's trying to do it on his own. He's capable of doing it on his own.
Well, he occupies players. 4 of them had to come across and deal with him. Arsenal can't afford to have that many back there. Well, that's been a fantastic day's football here. It's been a great football match. I don't think Arsenal could have given any more. They could have finished better. I would say that. The people who said they were a spent force, I think they've answered those questions today.
But as far as the title challenge is concerned, they are a spent force.
Yes, they are.
Unless they can score 2 in the minute-plus stoppage time. Well, in the role of match winner, Owen Hargreaves gets a proper ovation in the penultimate home league game of his first season as a Manchester United player. To be replaced by an Old Trafford veteran. Appearance 7-5-2 for Manchester United for Ryan Giggs. It'll be a short one. Fabregas takes Bentner. It's another header. It was a better header than the earlier one, but again Van der Sar is able to smother it by his right-hand post.
Lovely ball in. I just think you've got to come across goal there. I mean, I might have been too critical of Nicklas Bendtner, but I don't think he's going to score there. Not unless Van der Sar makes a big mistake. But anything across goal, as i.e. Torres earlier.
Van der Sar punches it, drops kindly for him. Good touch by Tevez. Anderson was the furthest forward. 4 added minutes. We're into that now. And it's Wayne Rooney. One of 3 taken out of the equation.
But watch Rooney get back.
The ball.
Watch Rooney get back. Oh, try.
He can't catch it. He'll struggle to catch Walcott, but he's got goal side to his credit. And here he is. Having a whack at the ball when it looked like his ball to win, but I think he was showing some studs.
No, I couldn't ask for much more than that in the game. It's normally tight and very tense. Half of them on target. You would have to say the better chances have been created by Arsenal.
Giggs can't break the Bobby Charlton record this season, incidentally, but he can equal it if Manchester United get to the Champions League final and if he plays in all the games that are left. 4 more in the league. And we're 2.5 minutes away from going 6 points clear of Chelsea.
I think
with a better goal difference.
Yeah, when you look at Arsenal though as well, Mark, again, only 12 clean sheets this season. That does tell you something.
There'll be a free kick against Rooney.
And Manchester United have got 20. Well, that makes a massive difference. And the inability, people will talk about it, keep the lead. Keep it for 10 minutes, just defend. Make yourself horrible for 10 minutes.
Fabregas, neatly done. Arsenal still trying to pass their way through Manchester United. Hoyt departs from their natural style. They have hit longer balls. They've had Adebayor to find regularly this season. Back to front. Walcott. Good play from him. Clichy. PK, good header to win that. Ronaldo being urged on by those who hero worship him here. Song staying with it. Rooney supporting him.
Oh, Fabregas is running on empty. He's given absolutely everything.
Giggs. Tevez. Also just trying to get some sort of shape back. So as they don't go even further adrift here. But Giggs. Linking with Tevez. Back for Rooney. And go to Ronaldo on the left. It's going to be a struggle for Arsenal to get the ball.
So keep possession if you want it. It doesn't do any good when you see Bentner way back that far and chasing a goal.
Roberto trying to recover the ball by wrapping his foot around Tevez.
Well, this fantastic game's just about coming to an end. As Arsenal's desire for the championship. And now we can quite rightly say it's a two-horse race.
That's one way to keep the ball. And Hoyt. And it is 6 yellow cards for Arsenal. But the fine is the least of their disappointments. A season which promised so much. The champions a big step closer to retaining the Premier League crown. Respectful handshake from Sir Alex to Arsene. Ronaldo equalised from the penalty spot. Owen Hargreaves won it with a beautiful free kick. Arsenal had taken the lead, as they tend to do these days. It was a controversial goal handled in by Adebayor, but Gallas handled pretty much straight after that to concede the penalty. Luck may have deserted Arsenal in the Champions League, but 8 points from their last 8 Premier League games tells you that a very talented but maybe not large enough squad has run out of steam at the crucial stage, even though this is only their 3rd league defeat of the season. Manchester United have managed their difficulties much, much better. So after an enthralling game, realistically, if not quite mathematically, only Chelsea can stop them in the Premier League now. Manchester United 2, Arsenal 1.
Well, it was there again for them. But as Martin was saying, in the end, it was just too much. And it'll be a 3rd successive season for the Gunners without silverware. But they have been wonderfully entertaining at different times this season, and they have played a major part in another fascinating title chase. But Manchester United finished with the swagger of champions. And then there were 2. April the 26th, Stamford Bridge. Chelsea play Manchester United. We will be there. It's part of a fascinating climax.
It's been a terrific season so far, and the promise that it will get even better before the end.
And it's Drogba! Just look how much it means to them. Owen! What a finish! Oh, what a lob!
It's a mouth-watering flash. The sense of anticipation is truly enormous.
The games just keep coming and coming, don't they?
How about that?
Magnificent!
He could be in here. He is. And Yakubu! Torres has got a chance here.
Martin's goal!
Oh, fantastic! Unbelievable!
And the football that we have still to come tonight on Sky Sports looks like this. It's Real Madrid against Murcia next on Sky Sports 2. Real 6 points clear at the top now with this game in hand. It's Almeria against Villarreal, who can go second with a win, and that's followed at 8 in the same place. Jamie, all over for Arsenal?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, unfortunately, they've been fantastic this year. Absolutely top class. I've enjoyed watching them. They've been involved in probably the 2 best games of the season against Liverpool in the Champions League on Tuesday and again today. They've been a credit, but they've just run out of steam, run out of legs almost, you know. And it's a shame from Arsenal's point of view, but they really have added so much to the Premier League this year.
And of course, Ray, you're a winner, whichever way it goes now, because you've worn both blue and red. But do Manchester United have the edge over Chelsea at the moment?
Well, they do at the moment because they're sitting at the top of it, Richard. Yeah, I think they do. I thought the introduction of Tevez and Anderson in the second half was spot on because they injected that bit of life we were talking about at half-time, and I thought over the piece just about deserved to nick it.
2-1, Manchester United. An unlikely hero, Owen Hargreaves, who bent it just like Beckham and won it.
May on